listening to Dug by Us. This is a new music podcast, and we get there eventually. We do.
Great. That's a summary. That is a summary right there. Last week,
Yeah.
you brought in a song from Garbage that
Mm.
it's uncritiquable because the whole premise of the song is here I am and like, who the hell are you? I don't care. I'm not interested. So what the hell could I possibly say about this song? What was it? Chinese
Especially,
horse or something? What? I don't know what it is.
the song is called Chinese Fire Horse. It's off their brand new album. It
Yeah.
is track 2, so it doesn't take you very long to get deep into it. And the extra point to that is that it's more so about male critique of Shirley Matson, the front woman of Garbage. Did I think about that when I was putting you up to the challenge to critique this song? Actually, not. Like, I completely didn't think about that.
That's a dare. It's like, yeah, listen to this, and I dare you to have an opinion, you man.
I dare you to get Shirley Manson riled up. I dare you to pick a fight with that queen. I dare you. I know who's going to
It's
win.
not possible.
Not
Yeah,
possible.
that's right. So what's the point of even swinging?
Um,
Now the
did
question
you?
lies, would I like to swing? And that you will never know the answer to. You will. I don't want to swing. It's fantastic. They're great. I support it. That's fantastic.
Yeah, cool. You get it. You get it, right?
I get caught in the crossfire as a white man. That's just what happens, and it's fine. That's my cross to
Mhm, mhm.
bear.
I'm glad that you're bearing that cross. And I'm glad that you get it. It's badass. And the press that's coming out with this album, the advocacy that Shirley is above and beyond doing for other female artists, not only from the kind of 90s heritage era, but also new artists, is just incredible. And she is like, I don't want to say living her best life because there's absolutely challenges that she's facing continually. But she's just being brave and being
Mhm.
confident in herself. And that's just something that I think we can all learn from. I think that that's something that the industry needs to be reminded of, that yes, there is a human being on the stage behind this promo pic and this record cover. And yeah, it's just nice. It's nice to be existing with Shirley Manson right now.
She speaks for everyone that's undervalued, and you're right. We need it. Like I can write, and it was suggested to me 20 odd years ago that I could be writing reviews for magazines. I'm absolutely not interested in putting yourself in a position where you do write what is written about artists like Shirley, like the very things she's spoken up for. Some of the reviews that you read are just, you know, Dua Lipa arrived in this and we could see her red underwear. Shut up. I'm
Hmm.
not, that's not, no. It's
Oh,
not in me to write. Like, that's one example of ways that Shirley speaks out about against the industry. Like,
yeah. I did it. I did that. I wrote reviews. That's how I started my music media career. And I would always say nice things because a lot of the time I find the best in things. And I would think about it from the artist perspective and I would be like, if I had my first EP reviewed in a print magazine, am I going to want to cut that out and put it on the fridge if it's nice? So I'd always try and, or would I not if it was average? So I would always try and find the strengths in it, of which pleased the record labels and the independent managers that I was, kind of getting uh, material from. But then a lot of the time, the magazines and the outlets that I was writing for didn't want that. They're like, no, it needs to have more grit. And I actually remember writing for a street press here in Melbourne. And I did a review of a band that I really, really liked. Like I was really into this band, quite a like grassroots level Sydney band. Didn't really go further than, New South Wales, Victoria. And I did a review on how great they are and how great their performance is because I thought they were one of the best live bands at that time. And I was given so much feedback from the editor just saying, no, like it wasn't that good. You need to find the negative in it. And I was just like, I can't. And that was the last review I did for that street press. And I mean, I probably got paid like, I don't know, $20 for, 6 hours of work or however long it takes you to do that, But anyway, it's so funny because I know that magazines and outlets now, digital outlets, need those headlines for clickbait, right? But it's really, really hard because there's so much pay for play, whatever that is now, that people do pay for a good review just to have that nice quote. So what is the meaning and the value of a review? But then also, like you said, it's not up to someone else. What you like and what I like, two completely different things. And we've talked about this a lot. And that's, I guess, the strength of this podcast and the strength of our music tastes is that we are very diverse. But I get it. That was a rant. That was a yap, as the kids say. The kids say yap. Did you know that? I'm a yapper.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. Do you know that term though? The yap. Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
in this building. I know I see this stuff, but yeah, you know what we should do is we should openly judge other people's art and then put it on the internet.
Which is what we do in the podcast. No, but it's not. Yeah, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It's not
Yeah.
this little friendly pod. I mean, and we're not. The thing that I also love about this is that we're being honest for honest sake. It's not that there's an editor above us saying you need to say this about this to get this,
Mm.
and that's the difference, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Cool.
when one of us comes in with positives and the other one either likes it or they don't, and it's one opinion, magazines can present that as facts. And so this is poor. This
Mm,
album is horrible and it's rated 2 stars and you shouldn't listen. That's not
mm.
what we're about. Anyway, we're gonna go on. Did you like the song I brought in last week or did you think it stank? Bye.
No. So you brought in Young Franco featuring Masterpiece. I think I heard it as masterpiece, as in the little green balls that go with meals, and it's peace, as in peace food. Um,
Of course it
the
is.
peas. Why wouldn't it be masterpiece? Like I am the master. I eat all
What?
the peas. I don't know. Okay. Um, the song is called "Music Sounds Better with Me," which is a playoff of that do, 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 do. And it's so cool. It gives me more indie electro vibes than You Sold It. It kind of takes me to that, that I'm referencing Sydney again, but
I can't reference anything because I ruin it for you. So I
no,
have to play back.
no, but it's like you were a bit more like dance floor anthem. I'm thinking a little bit more
It's art versus
sticky
science.
carpet. Yeah, or the presets early days, or
Hmm.
that Panal vibes, or teenager. Yay, welcome back to the world, Lady Hawk and Nick
Nick
Littlemore.
Littlemore.
That kind of vibe, right? So it for me, it felt a little bit more indie and sticky, which I like, and that took me back to those indie clubs that you missed out on. That it was a really great time. I feel like there's a sample in there, and I looked high and low. I even went to Reddit to try and find who was sampled in this track, and there's nothing listed on the credits. There's nothing in any of the interviews or reviews of this track, but I'm curious if it's just similar, it sounds similar, and that's what it is, or if there is a legit remix or sample that hasn't been discovered yet. So if you have listened to Young Franco's Music Sounds Better with Me and you've recognized that that little sample, let me know because it's there and it's really getting to me that I can't work that one out. You don't know it, do you?
No, I just know it's like modern dance, like, but it's not. So it's not white bread. It's more clever.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And while you got me started, now I compared that to art versus science. I have to mention Cameo Word Up when we're talking about that garbage song. Anyway, now I've ruined
Oh,
it.
Cameo.
Boom,
That's
da, boom, boom, da, dum.
oh my gosh. We talked about that though in a very niche group chat that we have. I
Did we?
brought that, yes, I brought that into another conversation that we have. We have, like, Chris and I, which is probably not surprising, are in like
This is long. Anyway,
3 other niche chats. Like, this
the
podcast is
Thirsty Merc one doesn't get used enough anymore. The Thirsty
rest
Merc
in
one's
peace,
like, that's
Thirsty
gone
Merc.
dead. Yeah. But
Okay. But yeah, we are in a few group chats, and I did bring up that song in one that I will recall, but I now am hearing it with the garbageness. Oh, yeah. Wow.
it's
I'm
good.
not judging it, though. I'm not judging it. I'm accepting it.
Good.
What are
All
you
right. So
thinking
you
this
like,
week, my friend?
yeah, you like 80s sounding
Oh,
stuff? This is
okay.
a
Okay.
bridge in. So you
Ooh.
remember when the Gorillas launched?
Mm,
And there was mysterious. There's no need for personal identity. Not sure. They're purely animated characters, and this is the music.
mm.
Right? There's a similar thing happening down here. All I can tell you is that two dudes from broadly my way have now, excuse me, created this new act, and we're not supposed to know who these two dudes are, other than they've been given the names Francois and Maverick, and they're elite tennis stars. The album is supposedly all puns around tennis. The band is called Sport, SPXRT. You'll love it. I tell you, you'll love it.
Oh.
And it's the sound is they have nailed to the last millimeter the sounds of Toto, Hall and Oates, Rick Springfield. Like if you're listening to 1981 on a mixtape, here is Sport with Anyone for Doubles. There's so many references with tennis. Anyway, you need to get hooked on this band and then watch their socials as they release more songs. There's only one song so far. Sport.
Okay. Now, if my husband lived in Geelong, I would think this was his secret act on the side, which he does have a secret act on the side, but it
Not
sounds so
anymore.
him. No, it
Right.
sounds so him, right? And then my like Blues Clues brain is like, is this you? But then I
It's
know
not me.
you are not the sort of person to bring in your own song, even if it was mysteriously released.
Correct.
Okay. It sounds very cool. Even if I don't understand tennis as much as I've tried, I'll give this a go. Maybe this will help me understand tennis.
Maybe it will.
Wow. Okay, cool. Thank you. Wow.
Yes. And
Well,
your song.
I am bringing in an artist that has been around for a few years now, and they are relatively known. They're one of those acts that when you say their name, you're like, oh yeah, they're not forgotten. They're always around. They're a constant, but they're not really headline material yet. They're always kind of, that kind of lower third on the tour poster. The act is Wolf Alice.
Yeah. Why? No, lower thirds wrong. They've got to be better. They belong higher anyway.
They belong higher, but they've not got there until now. Now, I first heard this song served to me listening to music on YouTube. So I just, hit the music thing and it will just serve me songs that it thinks I like. And look, it's not on the ball most of the time, but this time it was. And the song drew me to watch the clip, Hey Cat. And then it gave me, it's just like stopped me in my tracks. I literally just stopped doing what I was to focus on this. It does not sound like Wolf Alice. It is so different to anything they've done, but it's gone up a level. Like they are
Mm-hmm.
now in the penthouse. The song is called Bloom Baby Bloom, and it is, I can't even describe it. Do you know this song?
Yeah. I asked for a
Oh,
clean version to play on the radio. I haven't got it.
right? Okay, so that's where they're doing it wrong because they need to give you the clean version because this is it, right? This is what's taking them to the next level. This is what gets on high rotation on radio. This is what gets them in that top third of the tour lineup poster. It is just like it's so new, and it could be compared to the last dinner party, but it's not. It just sounds so fresh. And the levels and the journey that you go on with this track is unbelievable. And I don't know what they've done and how or why they've changed it up, but it is so, so cool. So if you think you know Wolf Alice, put that out of your mind and just go fresh with Bloom Baby Bloom because it is next level.
I'm going to ask again. I've got to, I can't just let it sit there. Got to do it. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Or can I do the edit? Can I just put like a little bleep on top of it or something?
You got to have it silent, but then still maintain the music that would have been there. So,
Hmm.
get a little profesh.
Yeah, I'll let the professionals do it. But yeah, I'm so glad you already know it, and I'm so glad it's on your radar. And I shouldn't be surprised. It's been a couple of weeks that it's been out for. So yeah, give it a whirl. But thank you, thanks, Chris. It's nice to see you. It's been a time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We won't get
Oh,
into it on this.
oh
What?
yeah. I mean, I think everyone knows that like the TV show I was working on Spinax. I don't think that's a secret, which is kind of nice in a way because I get nice messages from people. But this weekend, I am seeing not one but two of my favorite artists. I'm seeing Hassel supporting Killing
Yeah.
Heidi, and it is Killing Heidi's 25 years of Reflector, and I miss this at Good Things, and I am so excited because if you know me at all, this is one of my all-time favorites. This band is the reason I'm obsessed with music and the reason that I work in music and the reason that I live in Melbourne and the reason for so many things in my life. And I've even got my old OG Reflector t-shirt that I had as a 14-year-old. So let's hope it still fits because I will be front row singing every word like I was 15.
And I've got a mission for you. And this is going on the
Oh,
internet too. So you have to back out. So I'm going to transfer you $60 and you're going to buy me a t-shirt.
yeah.
If they have them. If they
Which
have them.
one?
Because they weren't for sale last week because they only made 10 so Ella could wear them on stage. They didn't make them for
Oh,
sale. They didn't make them for sale. I've been in the inbox of Tammy, right? But
boring and old. Are you kidding me? It is
I
like
can't
iconic.
believe where the answer was sitting right there. Who came up with that? And it's just no. So I need that shirt. If they are
Okay.
selling black t-shirts that just say boring and old on the top, Killing Heidi fans, they know exactly the t-shirt. If you're not, it's just appropriate anyway because that's my shirt. So if they're for sale, please, I would love you to buy one.
I will do my best. And that absolutely is the creative genius that is Ella Hooper. That is absolutely her doing. But yeah, I will do my best to get that for you. But uh oh like
I mean,
I
that's me appropriating as well because that's similar to Shirley Manson. That's baggage that she has had to wear because people are judgy jerks. So
oh,
I
like
like
this was
I kind of
it's 25 years ago. Like this was like a teenage girl, woman, wiser than her years, knowing. It's just insane. And I know that we wanted to do a short episode, and I know that they've been rambling on a lot, but I saw Ella Hooper solo maybe 3 weeks ago at the Brunswick Ballroom, of which it was so incredible. And she has just really fallen into her own, particularly, I don't know, Nashville's been doing her good, but I will say that she debuted a song. She played a couple of new songs at this show, and it's going to be on the new album, and it's encompassing exactly this conversation. So keep an eye out for that because it's oh man, oh man, oh man. Yep.
yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up. Thank you so much for listening. It's great to share some new music. I am very much looking forward to understanding tennis a little bit more, thanks to your mate's sport. And we'll be back soon for some more shows. Let's do it.
Dig it.
Bye.
right, I'll go back to work.